Well, in a moment, we'll speak to Manuel Rapalo. He's in the city of Monterrey, where Xochitl Galvez is holding her last rally. But first, let's go live to Mexico City. Our Latin America editor, Lucia Newman, is at that ruling party's campaign rally. And, Lucia, if anything, of course, is certain, we know that the next president will be a woman. But what does that mean for the country, given its patriarchal culture and high levels of gender-based violence?
Well, that's a very, very good question, and I certainly wouldn't hedge my bets. But, interestingly enough, Claudia Sheinbaum, the candidate from the ruling party who is still speaking now, she's been addressing this enormous crowd now for nearly half an hour, did mention, and she doesn't normally play the feminist card, that she will be the first female president in this country, and she also said, which I hadn't heard before, that any woman over the age of 76 will get a special bonus financial support in recognition, she said, of all the sacrifices that women in this country have made, which I found very interesting. She also has been giving what I would call a very traditional left-wing speech, very much along the lines of the current president and her mentor, Juan Antonio López Obrador. And she basically has been attacking what she calls free market economy. She's been attacking very, very guidedly, if you like, the United States. She said that her government would not kneel to any economic or foreign power, which is clearly a message to Mexico's northern neighbor, particularly if Donald Trump were to win the presidency in that country. So she is still speaking, and there are still hundreds of thousands of people out here listening to her. She promises to continue the policies of the current president, so she is very much the candidate of continuity, although she promises to take this left-wing project even further if she is elected.
All right, Lucia, many thanks for that. Lucia Newman in Mexico City. Let's go to Manuel Rapalo, who's in the city of Monterrey, where Xochitl Galvez is holding her last rally. And Manuel, Galvez represents a different path for Mexico. I mean, clearly her policy proposals are popular with the people who've gathered where you are.
That's certainly the case here, Neve. As you heard just moments ago from our Latin America editor, Lucia Newman, Claudia Sheinbaum, if she represents the party of continuity, then Xochitl Galvez undoubtedly represents a different path that Mexico could be taking in this upcoming election. There's not a whole lot that these two candidates have in common, apart from their gender. Xochitl Galvez is the leader of a coalition of parties. That coalition itself doesn't have a whole lot in common other than a shared disdain for the policies of Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador, whether it be on matters of security, of worsening violence, militarization, matters of the judiciary, whether it have to do with the autonomy of Mexico's National Electoral Institute. These are all policies that Xochitl Galvez has been very critical of when it comes to the policies of President López Obrador. Now, when we look at the likelihood of a President Xochitl Galvez, exit polls are placing her somewhere at around 33%. Of course, we know that anything can happen. Xochitl Galvez enjoys a very strong backing from a very strong political movement. She has turned out to be quite a charismatic candidate herself. The question is whether or not that strong political movement will show up on June the 2nd. And I guess we'll find out on Sunday. Neve?
We will indeed. Sunday, the big day. Manuel Rapalo in Monterrey. Thank you.